What's going on, everybody? This is Paul Newell. Your new wellness guide. What the hell does that mean? Well, I'm glad you asked. It's being a guide to what your wellness is, what your version of wellness is. And I bring that because I like to. I'm on this journey of finding what wellness means for me. So to me, it's a new wellness guide and like a platform, a system of how I choose to take care of myself. So one of the ways I choose to take care of myself going forward is to do regular fast, consistent fast, specifically quarterly. And the one I did for the first time revealed several aspects of myself that contributed to my poor habits, my poor health habits, and my poor habits in general. It was bananas. And I've been teaching myself ways to take care of myself. The reason being is my family has a history of heart disease, kidney disorders, diabetes, and arthritis. So my goal is to live to 108. Total number of 9. I'd be complete in this lifetime, and I could move on to the next one. So for me, it's very important for me at this age of 44 that I start to really focus in on, all right, what are the things that I get to bring into my being, into my way of taking care of myself. So in this fast, a friend of mine, Omar Jones, he'd been doing this fast for years in the community in Jersey City and for others, and there was a scare in my family, my immediate family, and I became scared. I became in fear that my life and my health is heading in a way that that could prevent me from being here for a long time, for myself, for my kids, for what I get to do in this life. And it was heavy. It was heavy. And for me, I have high blood pressure. Free of taking medication right now, so I'm looking at managing this naturally, which is not. I'm going to be free of making any recommendations for anyone to do it this way. Seek a health professional. I choose to take this risk, and that's one of the reasons I'm doing the fast. So speaking of that, I also I have been studying and really teaching myself about metaphysical anatomy. I got this book by Yvette Rose, and like her technique, I'm digging it. So I'm really using myself as a guinea pig to get to the heart of my hip issues, my high blood pressure issues. So back to the fast and what uncovered for me. Taking this, listen, fast isn't easy. This is, I'm gonna be free of giving the details of the fast. I'll just know that for the first 5 days, there was no food intake. It was herbal tinctures, water, and tablets. The main goal and purpose for me was to clean out my blood, my liver, my kidney, clean up my colon. I have a history. My older brother had colon cancer, so it's something that could be in me. So again, prevention is ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure. Right? Thought this came in my head. I love that quote. Anywho, so this fast, there's something happened on day two. Day two. Let me get into this now. Something happened on day two. Holy cow. I was freaking struggling. Craving the craziest things. And Omar told me, he said, hey, look, go to the supermarket, get some lemons and limes. So when I went to the supermarket, it was like, oh my gosh, my sense of smell was like ping. It was on point, man. It was like I could smell everything. I was joking around with my sister, like I could smell double stuffed Oreos through the wrapper. It was like crazy. Like chicken and ShopRite was just like the fumes. I could see them like going up my nostrils. It was freaking crazy. And I'm serious about this. It was like high alert. Like everything was more bright and vivid. It was bananas. And I broke the fast, and I got a cinnamon raisin bagel, and I didn't even eat the whole thing. I ate like probably like a quarter to half of it, and I was free of any feeling of fulfillment. Like it was like, whoa, that was a waste. And at that point, I realized this is the first phase I realized of myself. I realized the justifier. The justifier is that voice, is that my voice that's like, man, go ahead, eat the cinnamon raisin bagel. It's not as bad as eating the chicken. You know it's chicken is salty. Cinnamon raisin bagel's not that bad. I'll get a piece of fruit. But at the same time, like I can get fruit. The justifier is like, no, man, get something that will satisfy you. See, my justifier has this freaking really sultry voice, like, come on, yeah, come here. And it lures me, and I allow myself to be lured by that part of myself that soothes, that wanted to be soothed and comfortable and be free of any dis-ease. So when I realized the justifier, I realized that, like, wow, as above, so below. It's a Hermetic principle that, like, how I do one thing is how I do everything. So for me, being that space and what that means for me and what it may mean for you if you're on this health and wellness journey is that like I am going to self-sabotage myself by justifying a habit I'm going away from. So in this case, it's eating fried food. Like, Wendy's got a 4 for 4, man. You guys from my past posts, I love Wendy's. All right. So that was the kind of stuff I was eating. That food is not going to be good on my gut. That's not going to be good on my body. And it was no wonder, like, wow, my blood pressure was up. So it's like it was really an interesting thing to see about myself. This justifier that self-sabotages and that can keep me in a place when I have that justification as a thought and pursuit. Like I'm pursuing justifying myself. Like that's what the bagel was. Like yeah, it's not gonna be that bad. I could restart. It's not gonna be that bad. And then like I ate it, I'm like, then I'm in shame. I'm like, oh man, I did this. Like, man, I just hold off. The bagel wasn't even that good. I should have got the chicken. I was in all of this freaking thing, man. I was in this vortex. So that was the first thing that came up. The next one that came up, I wrote these down to make sure I'm staying on point. Like the next one that came up is the validator. So I mentioned before, one of the reasons I did this is because my blood pressure, bring my blood pressure down. So like the validator was like, I recognized there's a part of me that wants to validate like the slightest little action. Instead of staying in it. And that's how I usually fall out of it. And I also recognize in that space that I'm actually seeking more external validation than internal validation. Because my external validator is like, oh, is this right? Is this the right thing to do? Am I doing this because of this? Like, I want to make sure I'm good. Like, do they like it? Oh, blah, 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 blah. Getting the validation. Now, for me, the validator was like this place to keep me small. And for example, in this particular case, it was when I saw my blood pressure was staying down, was like and like kind of settling in, and I noticed like some eating habits, like my bowel movements. I'm like feeling good about my body, and then what I want to do, like I want to sabotage it in some way. Like I want to validate where I am in this moment. And rather than keep my eyes on where I'm going. And it was fascinating for me to see this because it got me to see so many other things about how I'm living my life and how I'm treating myself as far as my eating and my healthy habits, my habits that are in alignment with my goal of getting to 108. So this is something I share because this piece I think is big, especially like when people go on a diet, right? And then all of a sudden they lose this. Like I remember when I was doing a cleanse beforehand, and I remember I saw myself and I had 6-pack abs. I was like, oh, junk, I'm looking like what? And then what I go do? At lunchtime, I went and had a burger and fries to validate where I came rather than being like, yo, man, stay on this point, man, go get some veggies. So be aware of that. The next one, the avoider. Ooh, what? The avoider is serious. Avoider is serious. Now this is serious business. For me, I don't know if it is for you. I'm not gonna claim that. I'm free of claiming that. This is powerful for me because, I avoided looking at what my blood pressure is. Okay, and I'm almost almost in shame. I'm actually proud that I'm saying that. I'm actually enjoyed that I'm saying this in public. That I didn't want to look at my blood pressure knowing damn well it was high. Knowing damn well. And being on this fast, like I had to give every day, I had to give reports. So it was like one of them, like especially after talking to Omar as he was coaching me with this, like telling him what my goal was with this, like he was keeping me on task. Like, yo, man, well, when he found out Chiefs, like, yo, man, your life is in jeopardy, man. Like, what are you going to do? What are you looking to do with this? He got me to refocus. And he also got me to start recording what my blood pressure was. That's when I had to look at it. And also someone else looked at it. And I was like, I was avoiding that because I didn't want anyone else to know. I wanted to live with this lie, like in my head, like, oh, I'll be able to manage it somehow while I'm still going out and eating like shit. So the avoider was this part, and it's like, listen, these things, just because I'm aware of them, it doesn't mean poof, they're gone. It's more like I'm aware of them, so I get to manage them. Okay, I get to really manage the thoughts, let the thoughts go, like what's really behind it, and start to dissect it rather than fall back into this space of the trap, the place where I'm going away from. The fatty foods, like the salt intake, like my lifestyle, managing my stress, managing anger and resentment, moving my body. These are the things I'm looking to get to rather than be all freaking avoiding what's happening right now. Now, and when I avoid, like I'm really bullshit myself thinking I'm going to get to those other things because me living with high blood pressure, I'll have a stroke or a heart attack. Listen, cats get freaking what? And if I really express the things that are going through my head and what I stress about, you guys would be like, God damn, bro. No wonder you're bald, boy. Anywho, but that's beside, it is the point. Manage me having someone else see what's going on. They get me on my game, and then I start to get on my own game and start to become aware. Now it's like every day, multiple times a day, I measure my blood pressure because now I can become more aware. Like, oh, well, what did I just eat? What was I thinking about? It's a pathway. It's a breadcrumb. And I was watching this video about how to, like, natural ways to manage blood pressure. And this doctor said, like, one of the things is that, like, the number itself could bring about stress. Like, it's a white coat syndrome. So if the numbers, he explained that the number can be an indicator as to what could be going on. What are the things to adjust? And this is the thing that the avoider wants to avoid. Like, there's an awareness. And an avoider could be internal and external. I realized from what it is internally, but as I was doing this cleanse and even coming out of it, I realized that the avoidance tactics that are in media, social media, and things like this to get me personally, I don't know about you, but to get me off my game, to have me try to be in a box rather than have me focus in on what's really going on and avoiding the stress. Hey, look at what that. The avoider is avoiding the stress. That's great. Anyway, so those three things for me are the justifier, the validator, the avoider. I share this because, listen, this may be, if you're on a health and wellness kick, or you're like, look, man, damn it to hell, I'm going to live. What? I want to live. Then shit, man, like, or woman, what? Get with it. Get person, energy, being. Your vessel is a port. It's a temple for real. The body's a temple for real. It gives messages. It speaks to us daily. So my game and my goal is, as I'm on my journey to 108, to continue to listen to my body, take care of my body, and what that means in a moment. And it could be something beyond physical. It could be taking the time to myself to just chill and write. It could be taking time to myself to just freaking sit in a bath. It could be taking time to self to freaking do a cartwheel. I don't know. It could be calling someone. It could be reading something. That's part of the journey. That's part of this new wellness journey where people get to find out what wellness is for themselves and manage their health. Be free of avoiding what's really going on, because when we avoid, and this is we're a country. I'm judging here. I'm judging. I just see that there's a lot of mindset about avoiding what's really going on. And then all of a sudden, when that junk blows up in people's faces, people are like, I don't know. Like, oh, this person had this happened to this person. How'd that happen? Because something was being avoided a whole time. There was some kind of justification to what was going on that was really unacceptable. And there was also some sort of validation that, like, hey, what you're doing is okay. You feel good about it, right? So keep doing it. Yeah. And this is leading to the obesity rates and the poor health and the stress that's happening right now. So sharing my experience, hope it helps you. If you have any questions, DM me. If you want to get on the Omar Jones, I think it's he's called Ozone Fast. I highly recommend it, or any fast, whatever, man. Take care of yourself. Figure out what works for you. Maybe, I don't know, I don't know what it works for you. If you need help figuring it out, man, like DM me. I'll ask you a couple questions and you'll get it. So it is and there it is. All right. Be well and stay engaged, everybody. Stay engaged. A lot's happening. Peace.